So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mels Gaming, here with my very first The Season video. Now, if you don't know about The Season is a fantastic new hunting game. I absolutely love this game. I am seriously addicted to it. Now I have finally had the opportunity to start playing, and before I put out any trophy videos, I wanted to make this rather short, quick little guide about how I managed to progress fairly quickly in this game. Now, you may have seen videos from Flinter and other people on this awesome game. It is truly, truly fantastic. And like I said, there are going to be trophy videos from me here on the channel about this game because it is just so cool. And I have actually now managed to shoot a few really cool trophy bucks, and I can't wait to put those in some montages for you all because honestly, this game is just so addicting. But when you start off in this game, you have very, very limited gear. You have no scope for your muzzleloader, you have like the most basic camo, you have very, very little. And something that I was thinking about the whole time whilst I was planning actually playing this game, while I was working on other things, was how can I get this game's currency as quick as possible so that I can actually get a decent scope for the muzzleloader, then, you know, be able to get the rifle and a crossbow and all of the other bits of equipment, better camo, the box stands, set up food plots, all these things that cost the in-game currency. Well, the in-game currency in the season is EXP, so basically experience points. And there is one thing that I would highly, highly, highly recommend to anyone who is wanting to start out in the season, and that is shed hunting, and then eventually coyote hunting. Now, shed and coyote hunting is an absolutely insanely good way to farm EXP. So in this game, sheds are available to be found and collected during the last 2 days of the season, and coyotes can also be shot then as well. But when you're starting off, like I said, you've got no scope. You've got such limited gear that shooting any animals is really, really tricky. I mean, I remember watching Flinter's first video where he shot a really big whitetail buck, but he was having to use the iron sights on the muzzleloader, and I thought, I really don't want to deal with that, because if you watch any of the videos on my channel, you'll know that my thing about trophy animals in these games is I like to get close to them and get really like up close footage, whether that's through a scope or through binoculars or whatever. And I just didn't want to deal with having to try and shoot, you know, a really cool buck or, you know, even like a rare coyote with no scope. And then I saw about shed hunting and how much EXP sheds will give. Every single shed that you collect will give 50 EXP, which is a lot in this game. It even says during the like shed hunting day descriptions that these sheds are worth big amounts of EXP, and they really are. Now, it seems like for both days that up to 4 sheds can spawn. That is the most I have found, and from speaking to other people and watching what other people have said, it seems like the maximum that people find is 4. You might find less, and I don't know whether that is due to sometimes it only spawns, you know, maybe 1, 2 or 3, but it seems like the maximum is 4. So you can end up getting 200 EXP just from driving around or walking around and picking up sheds. So, if you're planning on starting out in this game, my recommendation would be skip through the rest of the season. You can literally start a hunt, end a hunt, start a hunt, end a hunt. literally just over and over again until you get to those shed hunting days. And then I would recommend going to Kansas, which is the most open map with the most open fields. I would recommend hopping on the quad, driving around, and picking up as many sheds as you can find. You'll, maybe in the beginning, struggle to notice them, but once you know what you're looking for, you'll be able to pick them up from quite a distance away. You'll be able to see them. Like, they'll render in quite pixely, and you'll just see like a little pixely dot in the distance, and you'll be like, right, that looks like a shed. You can jump off your quad, you know, take a look through the binos, and it will most likely be a shed, and then you can head over to it. They're actually pretty easy to find once you sort of get the hang of it, which shouldn't take you more than 1 or 2 finds, in my opinion. I managed to do it fairly quickly, and I had no idea what I was really looking for, so I would say you should be able to do it fairly quickly. Once you've done, you know, a few days of shed hunting and you've got some EXP, I would then highly recommend picking up a good rifle scope. I literally just saved up EXP until I could get the highest magnification rifle scope, because then you have a much easier way of shooting coyotes. And coyotes, for every common colour coyote, they are also worth 50 EXP. And rare colour coyotes are worth even more. I believe 75 for the red phase and the like melanistic. And I'm not sure, but the albino might be worth even more because they are extremely rare. But regardless, all 3 rare variations, the red phase, the melanistic and the albino, they are worth even more EXP if you can manage to get one of those, and they'll go to your trophy lodge and look really cool as well if you manage to bag one of those. So that would be my recommendation. Shed hunt until you have enough EXP to get a really good rifle scope, get that rifle scope, then start shed hunting and coyote hunting at the same time. Then I would recommend picking up a predator call so that you can call in coyotes, making it even easier to get a shot at one. And then you can start buying more and more gear. I have literally managed to pay for a couple of box stands, like camo, coolers, everything I needed to get started with like really hardcore hunting for big bucks in this game, just by shed hunting and coyote hunting. Like, it's maybe going to take you a few hours. It doesn't take me that long to just, you know, sit and farm for some sheds and then some coyotes. Like, if you're lucky, you can find 4 sheds in a hunt and bag 1 or 2 coyotes, and you're making serious amounts of EXP for really not doing all that much. Like, even white-tailed does, they only give, I think it's 7 EXP, and then you get bonuses for, like, shot placement and stuff sometimes, it seems, or age. But the coyotes and the actual shed antlers are just serious EXP farms. So, if you are wanting to get started in this game, go and get shed hunting. It is so fantastic. Like I said, head to Kansas. Kansas is so open. Jump on the quad at the farm where you can start at that farm, and just jump on the quad and go. Just drive around Kansas. Once you've, you know, driven around and you think, okay, I've found as many as I'm going to find for this shed hunt, start another shed hunt. And then once you get to the end of the season, you'll get a little bit, I think it's only a couple of points of EXP for finishing the season. Start again, skip through the days until you get to the last couple of days, shed hunt again. You can even buy in the store for EXP sim days so that you can actually just simulate the days going by rather than having to jump into a hunt and then once you load in, exit out again. So you can do that, but honestly in the beginning I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of a waste of EXP when you can just start a hunt and end a hunt really quickly. But honestly, this is my biggest recommendation to anybody who is starting this game. This game is a treasure. I've got to say it. It's an absolute treasure. You're going to be seeing a lot of content hopefully, on this channel from this game. The dev is fantastic. It's a single dev that made this game. He is fantastic. He is constantly putting out updates. Really friendly guy. There is a Discord and, you know, Facebook page and everything for this game, which I will also link. Highly recommend joining those. You can support the dev through there. It's just fantastic. I will also link the game itself on Steam down in the description of this video. So anything that you want in terms of links, it will be in the description for this video. But I wanted to put out this video before putting out the trophies, because this is how I got to the point where I was then able to focus on going for these trophy bucks. Because, sneak peek, I've had a couple of really cool bucks that the setups are all thanks to doing this. Literally, this is how I earned my way up within a few hours of actually really playing the game. So that's my number one tip for beginners, is shed hunt, then coyote hunt, and work your way up from there. Just build all the way up from sheds. That's basically it. It's really simple, but it's something that, you know, I wanted to be able to tell people about, because it's really helped me get a foothold in the game. And you'll also notice things by shed hunting. You'll notice areas where deer are, you know, congregating. Oh, I'm always seeing deer in these fields, or this field looks like it might be a really good spot for a setup. And that's exactly what I did. And now I've got a couple of really nice setups, and I'm starting to bag those trophy deer. So it's beneficial in many ways, but getting that EXP, that's your foundation, and sheds and then coyotes are really going to help you to build at that real beginning point. That's my number one tip, sheds and coyotes. But that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, a little bit of a shorter one, just for this tip, because I think it's so important. I've seen, you know, other people saying about how rough it is in the beginning, and trust me, when I started and I saw that I literally had, I think it was just the muzzleloader at that point with no scope, and I was like, oh my days, I can't hit things. I can't get close to stuff because my camo's not great. You know, I don't have anything for scent control. All of these items I wanted to buy that I couldn't afford with the little bit of EXP you get at the start. And I wanted to find a way to help with that. So, yeah, I really hope that this will help some other people with that beginning point of the game, and then really get into it and get as addicted to this amazing game as I am. Because trust me, if you like hunting and you like big deer, this game is going to get you hooked. But that is going to be it for this one, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.